The Japanese and others have been successful in competing with U.S. industry. How can we improve our merchandise trade balance without erecting trade barriers? We must regain our superiority in developing revolutionary products. The transistor and the laser are good examples. Our total workforce, including management, must become more technically literate. To manufacture and merchandise reliable and cost-competitive products requires new skills for the workers, supervisors, salespeople, and managers. The quality of the worker in Japan is high because of a superior high school education with a much smaller dropout rate. Factory workers in Japan practice statistical quality control because they average 3 times the science and mathematics taught in the U.S. high schools. Our scholastic aptitude tests are good indicators of learning. Over the past 20 years, math scores declined by 35 points, verbal scores by 53 points. If the United States is to regain its ability to compete, industry and the state governments must raise the quality of high school education. This is the perspective of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. A strong U.S. economy is vital for our defense and national well-being. We now have a serious erosion of U.S. competitiveness. We must reverse this trend. 3 actions are critical. First, we must strengthen our leadership in science, engineering, and technology. This is essential for the creation of new knowledge and for the development of excellent consumer and industrial products which will give us a larger share of the global market. Second, we must build on our greatest strength, the American entrepreneurial spirit. We must support those new enterprises which exploit technology and cause our economy to grow. This requires a stable tax philosophy which encourages capital formation. Third, we must better utilize our human resources. This requires excellence in educating our children, training our workforce, and continuing the education of technical and business professionals. Such excellence is absolutely necessary for our economic and national survival. The challenge is great. It requires the combined efforts of our industrial leaders, our educators and parents, our legislators and citizens. This is the perspective of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. The United States and Japan approach research and development differently. In Japan, engineering resources are targeted to achieve well-defined marketing goals. They continually emphasize user satisfaction, high quality, ease of manufacture and maintenance, and cost competitiveness. The Japanese pay careful attention to their customers. In one of their largest electronic industries, 8 of every 10 engineers stay in contact with the end user. While Japan's R&D investment is less than half of the United States, it has resulted in a continuous increase of their share of the global market. In the US, massive funding for general research often dilutes the effectiveness of our R&D. We must focus our R&D efforts on solving carefully defined technical problems in the development of useful and desirable products and services. This must include manufacturing processes and improved materials. The U.S. must better utilize its R&D resources. We must concentrate on converting research results speedily into useful, cost-effective products and services end users will want. Smartly targeted R&D will more quickly transfer new technology from concept to the marketplace and will be important in regaining our competitiveness. This is the perspective of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Communications have come a long way since Paul Revere used lanterns to signal one if by land, two if by sea. Today we have nearly a worldwide instantaneous communications network. This allows business to make decisions quickly. Facsimile machines can transmit a page in less than 20 seconds over regular telephone lines. Electronic communication is a part of a larger picture in which engineers apply technologies to improve business, leisure, health, and home life. Their inventions have become so familiar and indispensable that we forget they were once unheard of, such as the telegraph, telephone, television, microwave links, communication satellites, and a miniaturized transistor radio. We see technological advances in business like word processing, personal computers, and expert systems. In entertainment, like video cassettes, lightweight personal video cameras, and compact discs of unbelievable fidelity. All are the work of electrical, electronics, and computer engineers applying technologies to everyday use. We rarely stop to think about the work of engineers and how they affect our life. However, we engineers shall continue to do our best to serve human needs and improve the quality of life. This is the perspective of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. As business and professional managers, we are taught to take nothing for granted. However, I believe that many of us take a good deal for granted when it comes to the contributions of engineering to our life, to our business, and to our leisure. As an example, consider the tremendous advances in medical technology. Electrical, electronics, and computer engineers working closely with medical professionals develop techniques and devices which have radically improved healthcare services. Advances in diagnostics led from simple X-ray machines to their combination with computers in a CAT scanner. It produces cross-sectional pictures of the body. Then came the NMR technique, or nuclear magnetic resonance imaging. It uses such low energy levels that there are no genetic side effects. Surgery has advanced by the coupling of lasers, optical fibers, and microsurgery. These techniques facilitate non-invasive surgery, often converting a long hospitalization to an outpatient treatment. While we rarely stop to think about an engineer's work and how it affects our lives, we engineers shall continue to put forth our best effort to serve human needs and improve the quality of life. This is the perspective of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers.